morning and welcome to Common People News. Today we're going to be your principal hosters. My name is Natasha Tortua.
And my name is Maria Paula Gomez, and today we're looking at some interesting news and reports, such as
how tough is the situation between USA and North Korea becoming,
the separation referendum made in Catalonia,
and the shooting incident on Las Vegas.
But first, let's see how world's dealing with weather and global warming.
In our weather report today, we will be focusing on global warming and its effects, climate change in Bogota, hurricanes, and weather from Bogota.
Hello, welcome to the weather section of Common People. Today we have many interesting things to watch. First, we have a few interviews with interesting people. They are people that know about weather. Wow! Then we have an article about hurricanes. So let's go to that.
What are hurricanes? Hurricanes are large storms. They produce winds of 119 kilometers per hour upward. That's faster than a cheetah, the fastest animal on land. Winds from a hurricane can damage buildings and trees. Hurricanes form over warm ocean waters. Sometimes they strike land. When a hurricane reaches land, it pushes a wall of ocean water ashore. This wall of water is called a storm surge. Heavy rain and storm surge from a hurricane can cause flooding. Once a hurricane forms, weather forecasters predict its path. They also predict how strong it will get. This information helps people get ready for the storm. There are 5 types of categories of hurricanes. The scale categories is called the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. The categories are based on wind speed. Category 1, which is the lowest, its winds reach from 119 km per hour up to 153. That's faster than a cheetah. Then there's Category 2. Category 2 winds reach from 153 up to 177. And that's faster than a baseball pitcher's fastball. Then there's Category 3, which winds reach from 178 up to 208 km per hour. That's similar or close to the serving speed of many professional tennis players. Then there's Category 4. Winds from this category reach from 209 km per hour up to 251 km per hour. That's faster than the world's fastest roller coaster. And then there's Category 5. Winds that reach from 252 km per hour up. That's similar or close to the speed of some high-speed trains. Interview time. In today's episode, Daniel asks scientist David Leonardo Lopez about global warming. Then he asks ambientalist Kevin Paez about global warming and its effects. On the spot, Daniel.
Good morning. In today's program, we will search for some people to investigate about global warming. Here we have a scientist, Mr. Leonardo.
Hi.
Mr. Leonardo, what do you think about global warming?
Well, I think that the global warming is real and it's affecting our planet day by day. In the last century, there has been a deep rising in sea levels, as well as polar ice caps are melting. For example, the greenhouse level gas are increasing incredible, and this is due to the human activities.
Mr. Leonardo, there is a definitely solution for global warming?
It is difficult to think a special solution for this big damage, because if you think well, it is affecting our whole planet. Well, if you think the volcanic ash and the human active is affecting too, but now with cars, factories, this is a deep rising.
Mr. Leonardo, how is global warming produced?
It's produced first with the greenhouse effect, due to the carbon dioxide and the other pollutants that is damage our mother nature.
And what consequences have global warming?
Well, the global warming have a whole consequence if you think that produce sickness in the people, that produce many things that can happen. For example, the polar ice melting, the nature is destroying, the habitat loss, the crisis of the human, That's why we have to eradicate them, but it's impossible if the humans can collaborate.
Thanks, Mr. Leonardo.
Thanks for you.
Now, we will search for the person, a professional environmentalist, Kevin. Now, we have Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Kevin, what do you recommend to prevent global warming?
Well, but I think that this seasonal prevent is like a recommendation, a tips, because the global warming is real, it's occurring. The first thing that I recommend, like a mentalist, is get involved. You can search in internet, on YouTube, a lot of videos or information about this. You can search the consequence and a lot of information. The second thing that you can do is be energy efficient. You can change the bulbs to LED. You can unplug your electronic devices, and this can help you to have a better economic in your house and to save money and to save the planet. The third thing that I recommend is eat wisely. The meat produces 18% of the gases in all the planet. For this reason, it's very important to eat or try to eat other products. And it's very recommended to eat local products because the transportation generates a lot of contamination too. The fourth thing is choose the renewable power. You can go to the town hall of your city and ask about alternative energies like the eolical energy, solar energy, and others. And finally, the most important is support and donate. A lot of organizations, in all the world, need our money to their investigation and their solutions. For this reason, it's very important to donate.
Thanks, Mr. Kevin. Now, we ask you, is global warming real? Did you prevent it? Thanks.
Are you ready for the new iPhone X? It's not as all of them. It's the 10th edition of the iPhone's history. The design is completely new. It is all screen, with inalambric charge and of course resistant to water and dust. The iPhone is made of glass, stainless steel and different materials, but also many sensors and special cameras. Get the best selfies ever taken with portrait illumination, and to unlock your iPhone use the new Face ID. If you are a lover of emojis, the camera True Depth will be your favorite options, where your physical expressions are reflected in 12 funny emojis. Getting now from Apple shops.
Today in our sportscast we will be focusing on boxing, swimming and football. We will be looking at the fight between Mayweather and McGregor. Then we will be interviewing Colombian swimming sensation Daniela. This will be brought to you by Mafe Ceballos. Right after, we will be looking at football and Lionel Messi and his current ranking according to the latest FIFA posts.
The fight of the year has come and gone, and now we talk about it. Great gladiators Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather took the ring to settle their rival. The world was watching as Mayweather won by way of a knockout. Critics claim that the McGregor lost as a result of the fight being in a ring, and the Irishman is more wild and untamed, and was restricted by the ring, which they claim is the home of the loudmouth Mayweather.
Today I'm with Daniela, a Colombian swimmer. Thanks for coming. Daniela, how long did you practice this sport and how old are you?
Hi, thank you for the invitation to the channel. Well, I practice this sport around 12 years and I am 14 years old.
Oh, that's too much time. And how many hours do you practice?
I practice every day, 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon.
At what time do you arrive your home?
Like at 9 p.m.
And how do you separate your activities like school and training?
I have some breaks in my school, so in these times I can do my homework or my activities. but when I don't can do the exercise, I have a break half an hour every day.
And why do you like it, this sport?
Because when I was a child, I can practice sport and I love that. Besides, I have the opportunity to compete internationally, and this sensitivity and feeling is very great.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
A few months ago came to the market the new MacBook Pro with a fingerprint bar with many tools that make it easy to use. Obviously the price of this is very high on what they makes us wonder if it is really worth it, because the truth is that between the old one and this one there is not many difference. The bar has different tools that they can help us in various situations.
There's no place I'd rather be in this world. Your eyes are where I...
Good morning and welcome to our entertainment section. Today we have a special program with the most popular trends on the net. Also all the current events that are happening with all the famous stars and singers this morning. To get started, we have the exclusive novelty about the Bruno Mars concert. His announcement of his arrival this 5th of December has caused a lot of controversy in the country. All his fans wait his concert with emotion. Now we go with Paula to know the details. Hi Paula, tell us.
Good morning, Gabriela, and good morning to all our viewers. We are so happy for the recent announcement of Bruno Mars that he's coming to Colombia the 5th of December. For all the Colombian people, it's an important notice, and it wasn't a surprise to see that all the tickets in a few times got sold. That's awesome. Bruno Mars is a famous singer born in Hawaii in 1985. Currently, he's 31 years old. He had won a lot of awards through his career. His music shows a lot of styles and contents, also different artists of different genders. Colombian people are too excited for the concert and hope a wonderful experience. And that's not all. 3 days before, we have the opportunity to receive the Band Morat. We are so proud of that Colombian group. It is formed by a group of teenagers called Juan Pablo, Simon, and Martin, studying at Los Andes University with an original style. We will receive them the 3rd of December through his tour, which culminates in Colombia. On December, we will receive a lot of talented artists. We can hope to this happen, and thanks for being here at this announcement.
Thanks, Paula. Now we go with the next notice, that is the VMAs 2017 with Sofia.
Hi, Gabriela. We're in a live where the VMAs 2017 were developed. All the Hollywood stars were on the red carpet of the VMAs. Many awards were given to the star, and also it comes with the performance of artists like Pink, Lorde, Katy Perry, Louis Tomlinson, and below others. The best dressed people were Vanessa Hudgens with an amazing red dress. Also, the below at the window, wonderful dress, and Shawn Mendes with a blue suite. Now let's talk about the Kid Choice Awards Colombia 2017. They were developed the 3rd of September in Bogota. The presenters were Andrea Serna and Sebastián Yatra, with more than 20 prizes awarded and the presence of many famous people as YouTubers, singers, and actors. We had a good time in the KCA. Also, we cannot forget that the best dressed people was Pau Tips with a wonderful dress. That's all for today. We return to the studio. Bye.
Bye, Sofia. Now, let's inform Laura, informing from Paris.
Good morning, Gabriela, and good morning, viewers. Today we are here in Paris where the Fashion Week was celebrated. The Fashion Week and this Tuesday where designers of all over the world were presented. This event was characterized for the extravagant clothes we saw here. The fashion designers that surprised with their cheeky proposals were Julia Guatabane, Vivienne Westwood, Alexander McQueen, and Thom Browne. Also, the Colombian designer Esteban Cortázar presented his summer-spring 2018 collection. In other news, a new bar is making attendance in Bogota. It is the Inception Tonight bar. Its approach changes every month. Last month we have a burlesque thematic, and this month we have a Star Wars reference. It says Ana Maria Hernandez Inception Informe. This bar comes with a capacity of 800 people, LED lights, and a round-trip platform in the roof. It is only open on Saturdays night, and one day a month they have an electronic concert. And that's all for today. Thank you and bye.
Thank you, Veronica. For last, and to say goodbye, or we recommend song, Persons on the Floor, a new song from Bruno Mars, whose video has as a star in the famous actress Zendaya. That's all for today. Thank you for all viewers for seeing us. Thank you. See you in the next emission.
Get your kicks from Nissan with the all-new Nissan Kicks. and take your style to the limit with its floating roof design and premium interiors. Get impressed with the dynamic handling and unmatched capacity and comfort. But if you're looking for the newest Nissan March Active, you'll love it with the pure drive technology full of surprises, agile handling, and excellent set turning radius. Now is the perfect moment to get your new Nissan.
I think that electric cars are not a good option because if you look, the electric cars uses the electricity. That is the best thing of these cars. But the bad thing about this is the materials, because if you look, these cars are usually too damaged. So you have to take more and more materials because they are damaging too fast. So it's like the same. An example could be you have your car and like the motor fails and there isn't any way to repair it, so you have to buy a new one, and that is so usual. So you have to buy and buy, so you are taking a lot of these materials out of the ground. So it's like the same as a normal car. The normal car uses the gasoline, but these cars have more materials that are replaceable, but these aren't pretended to fail. So that's why these cars are not so good ambientally part. But yes, the electricity about these cars is the special thing. No, I really don't think that these costs are really good, because if you look, their uses of electricity, the problem is that if you are driving your car, it's an example, and you are in your way to leave the city, look that I need energy, so I have to charge it. But the problem is that there are no charging stations, so you have lost all the way and you have to return and look another place to recharge it. The thing is that is a lot of cost because you can't leave out the city, an example, and to be sure that you don't need to charge it, because you have to pay attention and to be careful with that. The other thing is that they are too expensive, and to buy these vehicles are really difficult for poor people. For rich people is more easy, but for poor people is not. And also these materials are very expensive too, so to buy a new one is going to be very difficult. I don't really think that these electric cars are very comfortable. If you look, these electric cars, to charge them, if you need energy, it's going to be very difficult because you have to find a charging station, or you have to turn around, find another one, or go home to charge it. So that is not very comfortable because you have to return, and that is like something not so good for the people. So that's why it's not a very good option too. For a whole family, it's not a good option and it's not going to be very comfortable. If you look, these cars are very little, like the Twizy, and they're especially for one person. So for a whole family, it's not a very good option to be all in one car for one person. It's not a very good option. So for that part, it's not going to be a very good idea, Also, these cars materials are very expensive, and to find one is very difficult, so the people is going to feel like stressed to find one of these. They are going to be sad and they are not very comfortable. So that's the other part. And also that imagine you're in your car and then your electricity is over, and what can you do there?
Okay, I think that the electric cars are very, very comfortable because these cars use livian and resistant materials that are efficient, and do that these cars are very good models. The companies that fabricate these cars study these problems and see the possibility to do a good car but with a good comfort and more comfortable than a normal car or a gasoline car. Yeah, I think this. The normal cars are very comfortable. I see this, But if you compare the resistance, the weight of each material, you can see that it's a good difference in each part. And the electric cars are a new model, a new prototype that can be best to transcourse of the years, and I think that is a good possibility to advance and can change the form to think and save this planet with comfort, with efficiency, with rendimi, with energy and not pollution, and different facts that help the planet and you can use every day, and you in 1 or 2 years you don't see the difference of these cars, an electric car and a gasoline car. This is a good type to see these parts, but you need to admit that a normal car have more force in the motor and more rendimi. But if you want a car that run very fast, you need to a gasoline car. But you need a normal car, comfortable, efficient, and help to save money. You prefer an electric car. This is my viewpoint, and I respect your viewpoint. Thank you.
We present you the new line of clothes and shoes that this month arrived to our shops. We present you the new Adidas Cool. We only have these shoes in black color. Also, we present you these sport clothes. You can use them for exercising, for a walk, or if you want to stay at home, they are also a good idea. Finally, the last object that arrived to the market is the fabulous bottle. This bottle is beautiful. Also, it have a capacity of 15 milliliters for you to drink as much as you want.
I wanna follow where she goes. I think about her and she knows.